In the opulent halls of a sprawling mansion nestled in the heart of a bustling city, lived a wealthy man named Julian. His name, meaning youthful and radiant, belied the weight of his years. His silver-streaked hair and deep blue eyes spoke of a life filled with ambition and solitude. Julian had built an empire from nothing, a self-made millionaire whose wealth could rival kingdoms, yet his heart remained a quiet, uncharted territory. Among his staff was a young maid named Aloan, whose name evoked the elegance of an elm tree in bloom. With her gentle smile and eyes like autumn leaves, she carried an understated grace that lit up the shadowed corners of the mansion. It was a crisp evening, the clock striking 7 p.m. on October 1, 2025, when Julian, restless from a day of boardroom battles, wandered the silent corridors. The mansion, usually alive with the hum of servants, felt unusually still. As he passed the kitchen, a soft glow caught his eye. Peering inside, he saw Aloan seated alone at a wooden table, a single candle flickering atop a modest cake. The flame danced in her eyes, but there was a melancholy in her posture, shoulders slumped, a solitary figure celebrating her birthday in silence. No friends, no family, just the quiet company of her thoughts. Julian's chest tightened. He, who dined with dignitaries, had never felt the sting of such loneliness as he did witnessing her solitude. Stepping into the room, he cleared his throat. Aloan startled, rising quickly. "Sir, I didn't mean to," she began, but Julian raised a hand. "May I sit with you?" he asked, his voice softer than she'd ever heard it. Her eyes widened, unsure, but she nodded, gesturing to the chair across from her. He sat, the millionaire and the maid, an unlikely pair bound by a moment of vulnerability. "It's your birthday?" he asked. She nodded again, a faint smile breaking through. "Yes, sir, just a small tradition for myself." The simplicity of her words struck him. Here was a woman who found joy in a single candle when he surrounded himself with extravagance. Julian learned her story as the candle burned low. Aloan had come to the city years ago, leaving a village where her family struggled. She sent most of her earnings home, leaving little for herself. "I didn't want anyone to fuss," she admitted. "But it gets lonely." Julian, who had lost his own family to the demands of his empire, felt a mirror to her isolation. He thought of the grand parties he hosted, the laughter that never reached his soul, and realized wealth had built walls, not bridges. "You shouldn't be alone," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "Not today." Impulsively, he stood and returned with a bottle of fine wine and 2 glasses from his cellar. "A toast," he declared, pouring for them both. "To new beginnings." Aloan hesitated, then clinked her glass against his, a shy laugh escaping her. They talked, really talked, for hours. She shared tales of her village's festivals, her love for the stars, while he recounted the dreams that fueled his rise, and the regrets that shadowed it. The candle melted into wax, but a warmth grew between them, a bond forged in shared humanity. The next morning, the mansion buzzed with a different energy. Julian, inspired, transformed Aloan's birthday into a celebration for all the staff. He hired musicians, ordered a feast, and invited her family from the village. Aloan's eyes filled with tears as she saw her mother and siblings step through the door, their faces alight with joy. "Sir, why?" she whispered. Julian smiled. "Because you reminded me what matters. People, not possessions." The day became a legend in the household, a testament to a millionaire's awakening. But the story deepened. Weeks later, Korgoth, a rival tycoon with a grudge, sought to ruin Julian. Spies infiltrated the mansion, planting evidence of fraud. Aloan, noticing odd behavior among the staff, used her quiet presence to listen, uncovering the plot. She brought her findings to Julian, her voice steady despite fear. "They're framing you, sir." Moved by her loyalty, Julian fought back, using her intelligence to expose Korgoth's scheme. The courts ruled in his favor, but the victory paled beside the trust he'd gained. One evening, as autumn leaves fell outside, Julian found Aloan again in the kitchen, this time with a smile. "Thank you," she said. For seeing me. He nodded, his eyes reflecting her light. And thank you, for seeing me. Their bond grew into a quiet alliance. Employer and employee, yet something more. A friendship that transcended wealth and status. Julian began mentoring young dreamers from Alohan's village, while she rose to manage his household with grace. The tale of the millionaire who sat with his maid became a whisper of hope, a reminder that true riches lie in connection. As years passed, the mansion echoed with laughter, and Julian, once a solitary king, found his heart's home in the warmth of those he'd learned to cherish. Thank you for watching this story till the end. Sparkles. If it touched your heart, please support us. Thumbs up, give it a like. Speech balloon, share your thoughts in the comments. Bell, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Your support helps us create more stories that inspire and make you believe in miracles. Your participation means a lot to us. Heart.